Hey guys, what's up? It's Sean, Autotopia LA. We're down here at my friend Dean's SoCal Classic Car Storage. We're back with my buddy Dustin from Vegas. So the last time you were scheduled to be in town with your insane Chevelle, the day before we had our crazy car crash in the Mercury, you know? But now you pull up in this, I'm like, I mean, just quickly, you guys, like, how much horsepower is this? Yeah, well, we could push it to 2 if we want to.
Yeah.
So 69 Camaro.
Yeah, 69 Camaro. Tom Nelson built the motor.
What do you start with?
It's his 427 LSX block.
Then you said it's 88 millimeter turbos?
Yep. Right now on 91, it'll make 900. It makes 940 to the tire on 91. And it drives really good. I mean, AC blows cold and pretty decent gas mileage.
You called the transmission what?
It's called a Tranzilla. Basically, they say it'll handle up to 2,000 horsepower.
And it's a Tremec, but then it's
a Tremec. So there's another company that takes the Tremec and then builds it their way.
Got it. Yep. And then what were you saying about the rear?
It just got a narrow nodular 9-inch.
And that's TCI, but then you said, didn't you say?
Detroit Speed front end.
The whole subframe?
Yeah, the whole subframe's all Detroit Speed.
And then I assume with you guys, you subframe connected all.
Oh yeah, it's all connected and then braced all the way through the cage goes into the actual frame stiffening bars, if you want to call them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
This one tripped me out. You guys talking about this off camera was, you said this guy pushed you to get this car done in 9 months.
We did the car in 9 months of actual work time. It was at the shop for almost 2 years, but we started on a little bit of the sheet metal fab stuff as soon as we got it, but then we were like, okay, how are we building intercooler? Are we flaring the front end? We need wheels. Are we flaring the back end? We need wheels. We need a rear end. We need, so we just waited. We kind of pushed it off to the side. Yep. And then when we really, really hit it hard, it was 9 months from start to finish.
I know you had somebody else build the engine, but you do everything else in-house, don't you?
Yeah, everything's in-house. Carbon's in-house, sheet metal, body and paint, interior. The only thing we really order is motors, transmissions, rear ends. Parts. Under hood, a little bit of carbon, mirrors, door handles, interior. Just enough to put some touches of modern.
And did you widen the front?
We widened the front 1.5 inches, stretched the rocker just down 1.5 inches. Did the side scoop, if you want to call it, in a quarter. And then when we did that, we stretched the rear quarter 1 inch. The black makes the body line sharp, which we made them sharp, but the black picks up on the body line. So I think it turned out really nice as far as the stance and the way
the stance is so perfect on this car.
Yeah, some people not like the front splitter because it's boxy, but done 1,000 Camaros do something different. So
yeah. No, I hear you, man.
Yeah, we tried.
And that's all in metal, right?
Yeah, it's all in metal. Yeah, and then built the hood scoops.
And so this is all you as well.
Yeah. And then just right over the turbos.
Oh
let the hot air out,
man, I love that.
Yeah,
I love that, man.
Car's still factory looking, but there's enough little mods to keep people,
Oh no, it makes you look, dude. I mean, and goddamn, when you fire this thing up, it's clear it's not factory. I mean,
nasty.
What is the exhaust on it?
It's actually just 3.5-inch stainless from turbos back.
All the way back, no mufflers.
No mufflers.
Because turbos kind of muffle it, right?
Yeah, they muffle it. 6,000, 7,000 RPM, it's wicked when it blows past you.
What does it rev up to?
Right now the limiter's at 74.
I still have a hard time wrapping my head around a V8 revving beyond 6 or 6,500.
I know, man. And his motors make power up there. Most motors stop at about 5,800 Rs and they're still making power. Yeah.
So you did HREs. What are is this a one-off HRE for this?
No, it's not a one-off.
But a variation?
Yeah, did them the way we wanted them as far as widths, sizes, and then, color combination. Yeah.
What are the sizes on these?
19 by 13, 18 by 9.5.
Which I love that you
stagger.
I like that you stagger.
Yeah,
them.
345 rear and a 255 front.
Okay. I have also noticed the bumpers are all tucked in, aren't they?
Bumpers, of course, tucked. Built the rear spoiler. So.
This is another part that's pretty radical view from back here where you did integrating the diffuser, the center exit. The center exit is so bitchin' on this.
There's no fuel tank underneath the car anymore. It's in the trunk. We lengthened basically the back of the car 4 inches, right?
Really?
So, all this has been lengthened and Gaps are nice.
Gaps are really nice.
The door panels are Fessler's, when he sells them to you, they're in fiberglass. So what we did is we made basically a carbon from his interior, So they're his door panels, his rear panels. We built the kick panels, the steel plates, the dash, and then the backs of the seats.
You guys did the backs of the seats?
Yeah,
the seat wasn't bought this way?
So Sparco sells that seat just like that. we bought the same seat without the carbon back and just made the back
Made
carbon.
the back yourself. Bitchin'.
And then we did, Sparco seat belts, Sparco steering wheel. The whole dash inserts carbon, center console carbon. We decided to do something different, and I'm glad Tony, the owner of the car, pushed me to do it. Now that it's done, it came out awesome.
Yeah, it's really bitchin', dude. And this center console looks incredible.
And power window switches there. Got to have your cup holders.
Oh, everything's right here, isn't
Yeah.
it? Not only the Holly dash, but I like how you inset it like that.
Yeah. Dude, the Holly dash is cool. I try to put them in as many things as I can. They're just cool.
Yeah,
you
they
know?
are. And then you do actually have AC in here.
Yeah, air conditioning. It works. Hey, we live in the desert, man. But Ron Davis built us the radiator in the car, and 115-degree day, this car runs at 190.
No kidding.
Yeah.
This is what I love so much about our world, your world of custom cars is taking what once was a classic, bringing it into today, giving us the modern technology, even dumb little things like cup holders and a friggin' microphone so I can drive down the road, leave my shit sitting in the cup holder.
And talk on the phone and drive.
Yes.
Yeah.
Let's be honest here, man. You pull up in this, your pal pulls up in one of these Lambos, Porsches, Ferraris, McLarens pulls up.
Yeah.
And I'm not knocking these cars,
No.
by the way. These are great cars, dude.
Yeah, for sure.
It's just like, I'll walk over the McLaren to get to this,
for sure.
you know?
For sure, man. But you can't go buy one of these at a dealership. Even though there is 1,000 of them being built out there right now, they're all a little bit different. You go buy a McLaren, they're all the same.
And again, I ain't knocking it. It's just not what gets me fired up. This gets me fired up. The other thing that gets me fired up here is, you already mentioned it a little bit, it's got Sparco harnesses.
We put those 4-point harnesses in there for you.
And one thing we didn't talk about, but I noticed there's some pretty big brakes on here.
Yeah, so Willwood's 6-piston, front and rear, 14-inch rotor, cross-rolled and slotted, Manual brake car, they're gonna work. You hit it. When it's manual, there's no booster or hydro boost or electric.
No,
nothing
there's
in
nothing
between.
to
It's
fail
just
you, really.
dapper lighting headlights in it.
Yeah.
Even though the actual hideaways, they're bolted shut. Owner did not did not want them to open.
Really?
But
and does it light pretty well at night?
Yeah, it
though?
lights good at night. Yeah. I've driven it quite a bit at night actually. Dapper lighting, their stuff's on point, man.
They are great.
So
yeah.
The trunk's all dialed like the.
Can we go look?
Yeah.
Well, that's bitchin'. Like usually when it's a fuel cell, you're gonna see the.
Yeah, the cell. No, so cell's up, further up right behind the back seat, flat, out of the way. It's still 20 gallons. Amps underneath this panel, subs in the side panels. Ring Brothers gas filler.
And I know you know this as a custom builder. You're one of the few guys that keeps it all in house.
I always say I want less headaches, but it probably causes more, to be honest. The crew that we have is solid, man, and we've been together a really long time. You know, it's work.
Yeah. No, I know, dude. Hey, man, I know it is, but at the end of the day, it's headache, it's heartache, it's sleepless, it's this, it's that. There's the gripes about it. Man, I wouldn't trade it for anything. I wouldn't go. I can't even imagine going back to work for somebody else at this point.
Yeah,
I'd take my last little bit of money. I'd go buy an RV and I'd park by all the homeless people up by my shop. That's awful. But don't edit that, Kyle. Keep it in there.
Yeah.
Well, let's go drive this thing, man. Let's throw some cameras in and. I'm just scared to put my foot in it. It's got 940 friggin' tire horsepower. God, the sound of this thing it just snarls. Oh shit, yeah.
A little bit.
And that was 5,500 RPMs?
Yeah, you made 2 pounds. You made 3 pounds right there.
Working my way up, Chief. Boy, this car is bitchin', Dustin. But just cruising like this.
Yeah.
I mean, it feels like a mild car that makes a bunch of noise. God, impressive, man. The steering, I can feel it's ready to turn, but it's not twitchy at all. Okay, when you finish building a car, we're done. Now it's time to sort things out. How many test miles will you end up putting on average?
I try to do 500.
I just love that you drive it that much. I know builders that'll take their cars out, put 100 miles and call it a day.
Yeah, dude.
I mean, even that, hitting the little bump there.
Yeah.
I mean, I know cars that would have wiggled all over. This just rolls right there.
Yeah. That TCI torque arm is is good shit. I mean, it works.
Yeah.
You know? And then Detroit speed front end, I mean.
Yeah. It is one of the coolest sounds in the world, the race gates blow, that you get. Not like I'm anyone, I'm just another dude with an opinion, but this thing's bitching.
We're not the builder of all builders, whatever, but there's not a whole lot of Camaros with a full carbon setup and you know, the interior done this way, and a Nelson motor. Most people can't. A lot of people don't go with Nelson because there's just a lot of money. You know, I think
there are a lot of money. I mean, you're getting a lot of engine.
Yeah. Damn, they're out today, huh?
That's two that we've seen.
I bet there's more up here. It almost seems that way.
You want to pass on the going up and down along the freeway?
Yeah.
Yeah, kind of wondering the same thing, man, since we just saw, you know, that was 3 or 4 cops within a quarter mile.
I agree. Let's not push any kind of luck or anything like that.
Yeah, this thing's not registered either. I've never done a standing still burnout in this car, ever.
Really? Guess we're gonna see what happens. Here we go.
I hit eight grand just like that, dude. Dude, I'm gonna go second gear.
Because it just wants to snap right up.
Dude, I couldn't, I let off throttle and try to whack it again. We hit 8 grand twice. Boom, boom.
Unbelievable. By the way, you guys, this is from the builder who knows this car better than anybody, and it's still part of what it is learning to drive these cars.
Never done a standing burnout in this car.
And every one of them are different cars. You've built how many? 20 plus 69 Camaros?
Or more, yeah.
But it's your first one with this
combination.
As it is, yeah. I love it, dude. For me, it's like, this is what our custom car world is about. Son of a bitch, it's such a gnarly car. I mean, it's crazy. I know how good of a driver you are. It like, holy shit. Such an intense car. Well, a little bit of bummer that we didn't get to do our flyby shots, but literally within a quarter mile, we saw about 3, 4, 5 cops at the Shell station. Then we just drove past one where we typically do our flybys. So a little bit of bummer we didn't get to do that. That said, this is an exceptional, badass car. This thing is so well sorted out. Get in, hit the button, drive the car, have fun. You want to rip in it, it does that. You want to cruise, it does that. I'm stoked I got to drive it. I'm stoked I got to sit in it for a brief moment and watch Dustin learn how to do a burnout in this thing. Go back and look at a couple of our videos we've shot with Dustin and his company, Nostalgia Hot Rods. These guys build true, badass, wonderful looking cars that are built to drive. Overall, a complete, badass, beautiful, beautiful 69 Camaro. Hope you guys enjoyed this one. You gotta know I did, and I will see you in the next episode. All right, you guys, later.